Hello everyone, it's Rebecca. Welcome back to my channel. Today I have a little bit of a different video for you guys. Instead of doing like my actual bullet journal setup, I'm doing some little mock-up spreads, and these are just going to be ideas for back to school. So I have signed up for a class that I've just started. It's like 3 classes. And it's for like GIS map making stuff. So it's made me quite nostalgic for like college and back to school time, especially since like all the colleges near me are going back to school. All the back to school stuff is in the stores. So like wandering around Target, there's all the cute little notebooks and stationery and all that fun stuff and like locker decor, and it just looks like so much cuter than when I was back in school. Anyways, I thought I would make a couple of spreads, and these are things that like I did use while I was in college / in school, and things that I think I would use now if I were to go back to school properly. I'm just taking this one little course online, so it's not, quite the same as full on back to school. But yeah, I'm going to show you these spreads anyway. So the first one is a schedule blocker. So I made one of these for every semester while I was in school. And it's just a nice way, especially at the very start, to see like what classes when. And something I didn't include on this, but I did include when I made them, was what room number / building these classes were in. Then I could just open up my planner and see where I needed to go instead of trying to fumble through the terrible app that my school had. I hope they're better these days, but it was so slow and it never wanted to load and you couldn't find anything you needed. So it was way easier to have that written down. Another hack for this is to take a screenshot of your class schedule online and put that as the background of your phone for the first couple of days. But if you're like me and you like to have things handwritten, this is a fantastic option. And I'm just color coding each subject on here and kind of mocking up where I think, the classes would be, sort of. I know this isn't accurate, but, when I was in school for college, it was like Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or Tuesday, Thursday classes. So that's kind of the basic idea I went with here. And let me know in the comments which colors you associate with different classes, because at least at my elementary and middle school, they required us to use different folder colors for different classes, and I just ended up associating these colors with these classes permanently. So math was always red for me, English was blue, science was green of course, and history was yellow, and then if there were other things they would just kind of end up being random other colors. But let me know if you did that. Let me know what colors you associate with which subject. And on the next page over here, I am doing a semester at a glance, which is more like a future log, but semester at a glance sounds cooler. So I am doing a mini calendar here. Obviously you could do this for longer, but I'm just showing it on this one page as an example. So I have August, September, and October on here, and this would just be the place to write down all the major events coming up. This wouldn't be the place for every little assignment. That will be coming up on the next page, but let's say first day of school gets marked down, and final exams, midterms, major papers and projects that are due, any big events going on campus. My school would always have a parents' day in September for everybody, a weekend where they'd kind of show off the school to the parents and things like that. So just anything major like that. Birthdays you could include on here if you wanted to, anything that you would include in a future log, but make it school focused. You know what I mean? So, I put like homecoming and like calc test and random stuff like that as an example. And on the next page, we are going to look at an actual assignment tracker. So for that, it would be all those mini individual assignments that you would have coming up. So let's say like a paper or a project, or even little stuff like reading chapter 1 of XYZ, things like that. So I just have a little banner going across the top that says assignment tracker, and then I have a spot for like a checkbox for once it's done, and a column that says assignment, a column for what class the assignment is for, and then a column for the date when that particular assignment is due. So just something that you can do, right away, get all your syllabi together and make a list of everything you need to get done by the due date, and then you can just have that to look at, and you can check it off as you go and feel accomplished. And on the page next to that, I have a couple spreads that I think might be helpful. The first one is a meal plan tracker. So at my school, you could pick from several different meal plans. So like my junior and senior year, because I lived in an apartment style building, I didn't pick a very big meal plan, so I got 100 meals for the semester. So this box is an example of that. There's 100 squares, and I would just like X them out once I used them, so I knew how many I had left for the rest of the year. And then I have a little study tracker. Maybe you want to track how many hours per day you are studying. And you could also do that in a like bar graph style instead of this like a line point graph. Do whatever works for you. I probably wouldn't have even tracked studying. But yeah, you could do this for other things too. Like maybe you want to track your sleep. Maybe you want to track, I don't know, how many hours you're reading. Speaking of reading, I do have a reading tracker for like just the books. So for example, I took a banned book class in college and we had to read one book like every week. So I think this would be perfect for something like that. Or maybe you're an English major and you just have a lot of books to read and like write papers on and stuff. So yeah, I think like this would be a smart idea to have some kind of reading tracker, even if you just read for fun. Like keep track of the books you read during school. I didn't have a lot of time to read during school, but maybe you do. And once again, just like coloring things in with the Crayola Super Tips. Just make it fun. Do whatever colors you like. And then on this page, this is another one that's just for fun. This is a study playlist. This is something I do kind of wish I had to look back on. I didn't do this while I was in school, but I think it would be fun because then you can see like what songs were popular at that time, what you were enjoying, and just kind of reminisce in the future, It's fun to make in the moment and fun to look back on later on. And you could like print out a picture of the album cover or draw something in that little box. Just make it unique to you. And then this spread is using stickers from my Etsy shop. I just put these up. They are my first back to school sticker sheet. And it's just got these cute little pencils for Monday through Sunday. And then there's a few other school related ones, like first day of school on a chalkboard, study on a little like index card, pieces of paper due, a little composition notebook, a couple books stacked up. Just some little basic, very basic back to school stickers. But I'm just showing you how you could, mock up your week using these stickers. Obviously, if you have more going on, spread it across 2 pages. Do whatever makes sense for you. I'm just using this as an example, like I'm not really using this as an actual week, so I'm just kind of putting some random stuff that I thought maybe would happen during your average week during college, say. So yeah, I have like studying, I have papers due, I have a party over the weekend that we obviously want to attend, and then we have a study session on Sunday to like get back into the groove for the week. And of course I'm using the other stickers just around where it makes sense to put them. And I think this would make a cute little spread. I am probably also going to release a sticker sheet that has just the like paper due, study, and like some of the other stickers on there, so that if you didn't want the like weekly ones, you wouldn't have to get that, and also so that you wouldn't have to buy multiple of the weekly ones in order to get more than one like paper due. So I feel like I constantly had papers due. I would constantly need that study one and like things like that. So yeah, here's just like a little flip through of everything I did today. Hope this is helpful for those of you going back to school, and good luck this semester.